Broadcasting, the floor is yours.
Thank you, AGP. So welcome everyone to this special meeting. I hereby call this special meeting of the Cambria Community Services District to order. If you'll please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Haley, if you could have the flag. There we are. Okay. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. And let's see, at this point, I do see that we have a quorum of 5 directors are present. So I believe we have a report from closed session, Mr. Carmel.
Yes, President Howell. At the November 10th regular meeting, the board held a closed session to do a performance evaluation of the general manager. No action was taken. On November 13th, the general manager gave the board notice that he was recently engaged to be married and moving to Santa Barbara and resigned as general manager effective yesterday. And today's closed session is scheduled so that the board can designate an acting general manager. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Carmel. Okay, we are now ready for public comment on, and this is only on agenda items, folks. So this will be on the issue of appointing an acting general manager. And again, before we commence to take the public comment, I'll let you all know who's out there. There are 14 of you in the audience presently, and I'll read the names of everyone who has put a first and last name. We have Carol Glusevich, Christine Heinrichs, Crosby and Laura Swartz, Deborah Scott, Dick Clark, Julie Amadei, Karen Chrisman, Kathy Tanner, Kermit Johansson, Kitty Connolly, Mel McCulloch, and Michael Calderwood. So welcome everybody. So this is the opportunity now for public comment before we adjourn to closed session. And let's see, while they're all thinking, Haley, do we have any written public comment?
I do have one written comment to read. Would you like me to read that now?
Yes, please do.
Okay. So it's from Elizabeth Benhausen, and it states, "Good morning, CCSD directors. At your special meeting on December 16th, 2022, I think she was meeting November 16th, please take into account the information that can be provided only by the persons currently on the staff of the CCSD Department of Administration. Since there is now no general manager for the CCSD, the legal and regulatory stipulation that you address the staff only through her or him cannot pertain. I think it would be wise if you talk with the current administrative staff to see how they understand the situation. Perhaps they have recommendations for acting general manager and then general manager of the CCSD. Their experience over the past years is most certainly pertinent to the decision now before you. Because the special meeting is tomorrow, only the executive committee might have the time to meet with staff persons from the other departments too. It must have been a very difficult decision that you had in closed session the other day. I thank you for engaging reasonably in the complex decisions that come your way as elected officials of this community. My volunteering every Wednesday at the Cambria Grammar School precludes my attending the special meeting of the CCSD board meeting tomorrow. I ask that my comments be read aloud at your meeting and included in the written record thereof. Sincerely, Elizabeth Benhausen."
Thank you, Haley, and thank you, Ms. Benhausen. So folks out there in the audience, this is your chance to make a comment before we all disappear into closed session. Okay, Michael Calderwood. So Haley, if you'd be so good as bring him in.
Good morning, Mr. President and board and fellow Cambrians. I'm not clear on what the process is that you're going to be following in your discussion and decision for an interim general manager. As an example, who is eligible to fill that position? Is it determinative to current staff? Can it be member of the public? Can it be a member of the board, et cetera, et cetera? And I think it would be helpful for us to understand basically what's going to happen over the next number of hours and into tomorrow. If you could somehow provide some clarity on that, I would appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Calderwood. We'll come back to that in a minute. Let me see if we have any other public comment. Like it here. Well, Mr. Carmel, could you perhaps shed a little light for Mr. Calderwood and the folks out there as to how this process is going to work?
Certainly, President Howell. The board has broad discretion to choose whoever they feel is qualified to hold that acting general manager position. So sky's the limit.
Well, there you are. Heavens. Okay, well, I think at this point, we are ready to go into closed session then. I see no further public comment. Sorry, it's after all of you guys, 16 of you now have logged in here, but we don't have any more entertainment for you until we come out of closed session. So we'll report those results to you all tomorrow when we meet in our regular meeting. So thank you, everybody. And we are now adjourning to closed session. If I had a gavel, I would be hitting it right now. So thank you all, and we'll see you very soon. So what we're going to do now is close this session down, go back to our links and log in for the closed session. And then we will, that will be just the board members and district council for start. And then from there, if we need to call others in, we will go ahead. So everybody else kind of stay close to your phone so that if we need to text you, we can. So thank you very much. And I'll see the other four directors and council in closed session. And I think we just charge right in. I don't think we need a break at this point. We haven't been at it long enough yet. So I'll see you in about 60 seconds or so. Thank you all.
Everybody enjoy this lovely weather.
Yes, indeed.
AGP, are we good to end the recording?